The memory which Member lost to a coma is unforgettable for her father, a retired banker, Ambrose Feese.
She finished, went to the UK for A-levels, did brilliantly there too, particularly in mathematics, where Indians and Chinese are expected to excel. Sometimes, if the Chinese didn't know, or the Indians, the teachers would say, "Member would," and she solved the issues.
He can never forget that fateful morning.
I think for the first time, I must admit, I was hesitant. I thought of asking the driver to drop her, but since she was using her car and normally she moved around with it, I felt if she went by herself and after finishing the interview, she would need the car, so that I shaved it off. I got to the office because she was to go back to the UK on the Monday. This was a Friday. I was writing some things and watching television in the office when I noticed a scroll breaking news that there had been a bomb blast at the UN building. So immediately I called her. They said the number wasn't reachable. I left, picked up a friend, and as we got there, about a kilometer away, they stopped us, that we couldn't continue. It's only security and rescue people that were being allowed. So my wife called me that she couldn't stand staying at the National Hospital. They are bringing bodies, people seriously injured. And she would come home. So whatever I find, I should let her know. So we went back into the hospital, going from ward to ward, bed to bed. He checked the theater. The names of 7 people that had received some surgery there were pasted on the door. She wasn't there. So she said the last place she would check would be the ICU. She went into the ICU and came back that she was there. The first shock when I got into the ICU, okay, 2 of us were. My friends went one side, I went to the other side of the bed. From my side, I couldn't recognize her at all. She was bandaged from head to toe. And but the encouraging point was that the monitors showed there was life. The disappointment was that the CT scan in the National Hospital wasn't working. It hadn't been working for 3 years. She was losing blood like water because there were no platelets to solidify the blood. Some of our students and colleagues had to run to Jabi to buy blood and bracelets. And some of our friends in Lagos organized and donated blood to be flown to Abuja. They were arranging a birthday party in the hospital for her. But what had the amazement was that after 44 days on life support in the hospital, on the 44th day, the consultant was making his round. He called her, I came, called her, and she opened her eyes and said, "Yes, doctor."
For Member's father, saying goodbye is never taken for granted. After a long day of work and reflection on her journey, Member has one last stop to make. And for her, it is an emotional one. You know, Member, standing here with you at the UN house in Abuja, after all that we've discussed, it takes me to how this place has shaped your life's purpose, or should I say reshaped it. Can you tell us a little bit about how you feel being here and how this incident that took place here has reshaped your life purpose?
Okay. It's emotional standing here, like seeing the building that changed my life. Because it changed, I would say it changed it to the better, because I've been able to appreciate life and appreciate the little things I have. So I take life, every day I wake up, I say thank you God for another day. And also has made me have a different purpose in life. Like I'm determined to touch lives with Timembe. So not only like God kept me, but He kept me to touch other people's lives, to help either pay hospital bills, give somebody a prosthetic limb, make people that are giving up on life, just giving them a purpose and let them know that this is not the end, there's something else for them. So it has definitely changed my life for the better. And yes, I am emotional standing here, but at least I'm grateful I'm able to stand here and look at the building that changed my life.
While her colleagues at the CBN enjoy lunch break, Member worked to regain her facility after a stroke left her partially paralyzed.
So just the little delay and later bounce back?
Yes. This just stimulates the nerves, because I have the nerves, I think the nerves in the hand are weak. So it just brings small stimulation to the nerves to do this. So all this is done by the machine. I'm not doing anything to do. It's just the machine that's connected, that's controlling my hand. Because things like turning a car key, I couldn't do that. It seems easy and it seems mundane now, but I couldn't turn the car key in my car. I couldn't write. Physio, I can write now, it's slower than my left hand, but I can write with my right hand, and I'm naturally right-handed. So learning to write with my left hand was a big task. So yes, so that's basically what. So when I go back to the office, continue my task, sitting more than computer, and also it's the computer too is also good practice because it helps me move my fingers, typing. Sometimes I get lazy and do it with only one hand, but the physiotherapists keep reminding me the more I use the hand, the faster it wakes up. The doctor said that what made me survive or what kept me alive, my determination. Like there's some people that are healthier than me, but they're not determined and they don't make it through car accidents or anything. But one of the doctors said that my determination is what made me survive and contributed to me to coming out of bomb blast. I'm determined to get my hand up. And another thing, what I learned from leadership, Mandela Washington leadership, is leaders have to be determined. So you can't be a leader just because you just say you want to be a leader. If you don't have determination, you can't achieve anything you want to do. So that's another thing that motivates me to come for physio. Because when I first started physio, like after I left the hospital, my determination for going to physio was, I said I'd been discharged, so why do I have to go? I can just get on with my life, and things will come up. But it's not that easy. You think that you would, if I'm using my hand every day, it will recover faster, but it's half the time I can say my left hand works, so why do I have to do my right? Why do I have to use my right hand? Because my left hand does everything my right hand does. My right hand will make it easier, but I can still do what my left hand is doing. But one day I just said, most people walk around with 2 productive hands. I have 1.5 because this is productive, but it's not fully useful. So I said, okay, let me start coming back to physio. I stopped going for physio for like 2 years, but I started again because I said I have to get life back together, completely back together. Because if I'm a leader, if I am in a leadership position, a bigger leadership position, I can't do things with only one hand.
For member Feese, everything is just a bit harder as she uses 2 hands to turn her car on. But even these challenges have not hardened her generous and grateful heart.
I want to start by appreciating Nigerians and appreciating the team. Without their support, prayers, I will not be here today. I will not be standing, I will not be survived. People, when I was in hospital, some people that never knew me in the UK just brought food because they knew that my parents would be confused. They would not be thinking about food. Some people just brought food, some people brought clothes. Some people, Nigerian prayers, when I was in hospital, in the National Hospital, if you see the people that were standing outside just praying for me because they knew the bomb blast went on, they're praying for all the bomb blast victims. So I wanted to appreciate them.
A life lived in gratitude is often impactful and fearless. Immense gratitude and heartfelt motivation have driven the efforts and initiatives of member Feese following the tragic event which changed her life. With strong will, she now changes the lives of others for the better. My name is Ajuri Ngelale. Until next time, lead where you are, and followers will find you.